Hello, this is my research project number 4 for social psychology, and I'll be discussing 2 articles. The first one is Benevolence, Competency, and Integrity. Which one is more influential on trust in friendships? With theoretical perspectives and background information, to begin with, this article defines benevolence as the extent to which a trustee is believed and wants to do good to the trustor. Competence is defined as the ability to perform a task, duty, or role adequately. It includes experience, institutional validation, and a management of knowledge. Integrity refers to the harmony between thoughts, speech, and deeds of a person. It is doing the right thing when no one else is watching. As human beings, we're very social, and we tend to value interpersonal relationships as they are important for our social and emotional growth and development, and they also act as an important source of happiness as well. Friendship is defined as an interpersonal relationship that is voluntary, intimate, dynamic, and has a degree of affection. It is also characterized by reciprocity, commitment, and shared positive effects, and companionship. Now, trust is not just important in society as it exists in multiple levels, but it's also something we heavily value in all of our friendships and relationships. And research shows that it's essential for determining the quality of our relationships, as it can increase pro-social attitudes and cooperativeness. It also boosts success of those relationships, and it can be revealed through long-term interactions. For the hypothesis, researchers in this article believe that there is a correlation between benevolence, competence, and integrity as personal attributes to trust and friendship. This article also aimed to examine which of these attributes were the most significant in regard to the dynamic of trust in friendships. With the research method, participants are required to answer 16 items using a 7 Likert scale, ranging from strongly agree to strongly disagree. Data was then analyzed using the regression and correlation analysis. All 3 attributes were analyzed together and then individually. Results show that when analyzed together, all 3 attributes influenced trust at 30.1%. Benevolence and integrity were the most statistically significant in predicting trust. Benevolence has greater influence than integrity, however, and it has a greater influence toward trust and friendship than both integrity and competency. A person who has the attributes of benevolence and integrity simultaneously will be more trustworthy than a person who possesses the attribute of benevolence or integrity alone. The other article I chose to examine was emotional responses to social comparisons in reality television programming. Some background information includes growth in reality television genre, and it's one of the most popular genres in TV programming, but little is known about the psychological processes at work among viewers. And this study examined how social comparisons to cast members influence emotional responses to reality television programming. This article also utilized the social comparison theory, which is based on an individual's desire to gain accurate evaluations about the self and how to define who they are. There are multiple hypotheses in this article, but I would say the most important and relevant one is the belief that those placed in a situation where they have self-image threat as opposed to self-enhancement will experience stronger emotional responses associated with downward comparisons after viewing the reality television program. With research methods, there were 231 participants who were undergrads, and their ages ranged from 18 to 24. They were first exposed to a news story that was supposed to instigate either a self-threat or a self-enhancement response, and the participants were supposed to provide feedback to the news story. Afterwards, participants then watched a clip of a reality television program that lasted about 27 minutes, and then were required to fill out a questionnaire that addressed the emotional content of the show and emotional reactions. Enjoyment, self-esteem, and emotional response evaluations were also conducted using a 5-point Likert scale. Results showed that when individuals were threatened, feelings of pride and sympathy were enhanced after viewing the reality television program. Viewers perceived cast members who were around the same age as them to be worse off than them, and in turn this enhanced their own positive self-identity. Men also felt more depression when their self-image was enhanced as compared with the women, because their lives did not measure up to their upward targets. This was especially significant when watching shows that exploited luxurious lifestyles or had lots of attractive people in them. It was also found that women actually enjoy the program significantly more than men, and even though men generally had a stronger emotional response to the content, these emotions did not lead to increased enjoyment.